The Holy Prophet ﷺ standard of worship. Allah the Almighty has told us that the Holy Prophet ﷺ is a perfect example for us in every matter. The topics of love for God and devotion to worship are intertwined. One cannot exist without the other. The Holy Prophet ﷺ's standard of worship is described in the Holy Quran. Say, my prayer, my sacrifice, and my life and my death are all for Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Chapter 6, verse 163. God says, and I have not created the jinn and the men, but they may worship me. Chapter 51, verse 57. The Holy Prophet ﷺ taught that just as he fulfilled the purpose of life through worship, others should follow his example to attain the love of God. God also says, O ye men, worship your Lord who created you and those who were before you, that you may become righteous. Chapter 2, verse 22. O ye who believe, bow down and prostrate yourselves in prayer and worship your Lord, and do good deeds that you may prosper. Chapter 22, verse 78. His meticulousness and concentration in prayer. The Holy Prophet ﷺ practiced these teachings in their perfect form and never let any opportunity for worship go to waste. He said that although his eyes slept, his heart remained awake in the remembrance of Allah. Once he prayed wearing a sheet with images. After prayer he asked for it to be replaced with a plain one as it had distracted him for a moment. This shows that simplicity is best in prayer and all distractions should be removed, so that full attention is given to God. The Holy Prophet ﷺ's bed was simple. When it was made more comfortable, he asked for it to be returned to its original form, as the added comfort made it difficult to wait for night prayer. He did not wish for anything, even comfort, to distract him from worship. How did the Holy Prophet ﷺ pray? The Holy Prophet ﷺ would weep in prayer so intensely that the sound from his chest was like a grinder or a boiling pot. He said that Allah's right over his servants is that they worship him and not associate partners with him, and the right of man upon Allah is that he will not torment those who do so. The promised Messiah ﷺ wrote that the Holy Prophet ﷺ not only conveyed commandment of prayer but established all its forms and practiced it perfectly, showing all generations how to worship God. His emphasis on offering the pre-dawn voluntary prayer. The Holy Prophet ﷺ placed great emphasis on tahajjud. Though voluntary, he would observe who among his companions was offering it. He once said about a young man that he was good as long as he offered the pre-dawn voluntary prayer, gently reminding him of its importance. He said that Allah shows mercy to a married couple who wake each other for the pre-dawn prayer, even sprinkling water if needed. He also encouraged that even 2 units of the pre-dawn prayer are better than not offering it at all, and that God draws nearest in the latter part of the night. Can our mere efforts in prayer grant us salvation? A person's own efforts cannot grant salvation. God's grace and mercy are essential. Even the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that it would only be the grace of God that would admit him to paradise. Every action of the Holy Prophet ﷺ was done to attain God's pleasure, so all his actions became acts of worship. God's grace cannot be attained by mere claims, but through actions that seek his pleasure. The second Caliph radiallahu anhu said that some people pray but their attention is elsewhere, so their hearts do not melt. The Holy Prophet ﷺ, however, was so absorbed in prayer that his beard became wet with tears. True prayer requires the heart, eyes and thoughts to be fully immersed. The promised Messiah ﷺ advised that if one finds it difficult to weep, one may bring the expressions of crying, which can soften the heart and lead to heartfelt prayers. Prayers for seeking forgiveness and nearness to Allah. Before sleeping, the Holy Prophet ﷺ would recite Ayatul Kursi and the last 3 chapters of the Holy Quran 3 times, then blow on his hands and pass them over his body. People often ask for a short prayer to forgive and fulfill needs. The foremost solution is to ensure the 5 daily prayers are offered properly. Then one may follow the additional practices taught by the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The Holy Prophet ﷺ's example of great simplicity in prayers. Some religious leaders make a show of long prayers, but the Holy Prophet ﷺ was free from such displays. He once began prayer intending to prolong it, but when he heard a child crying, he shortened the prayer to ease a mother's difficulty. He also did not fall into unnecessary complications. At times he offered prayers while wearing shoes, teaching that the requirement is cleanliness, not unnecessary disputes. Importance of offering prayer in congregation. Prayer is a meeting with God, and the Holy Prophet ﷺ emphasized offering it in congregation. Once a man requested permission to pray at home due to rain. The Holy Prophet ﷺ first allowed him, but later asked if he could hear the call to prayer from home. When he replied yes, the Holy Prophet ﷺ instructed him to attend the mosque. The glad tidings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ can only be attained by following his example in worship, which requires effort and sacrifice. The promised Messiah ﷺ said that true prayer removes fear, just as a mother will overcome fear to help a sick child. His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, prayed that may Allah enable us to worship him truly and follow the example of the Holy Prophet ﷺ.